Hello everybody and welcome to Blue Lake Valley. So this is my map tour for FS20. This is the map of FS20. But before we get into it, what I'd just like to say is thank you so much to Giants for not only providing me with a copy of the game, but also for providing me with an iPad and an adapter so that I can create a Let's Play in the very near future to a high standard. That is the plan anyways. I'm just going to say, first of all, you're going to have to put up with my driving today because I haven't actually set up any kind of Bluetooth controller, but I am hoping to do that in the future for the Let's Play. Maybe not at the start, it just depends how soon I can get one. But anyway, this is the map. You can see this is the mini-map and you can see exactly where all of the places of interest are. So I'm currently at the top, so my plan is to cover these top areas and then we're going to go to the south and then we'll cover the southern areas. You can see it goes all the way down here. So it isn't going to be a huge tour, I don't think, and I am just going to be touching on each area, but there are a few points that I'm going to make along the way. So anyway, let's get straight into it. So I am running on the iPad, which Giants provided, and I do have the graphics setting to a I think it's on high. I'm pretty sure it's on high. The reason why it's on high is because I can do, essentially. Before I couldn't do, because what I used to do for doing mobile games was I used to use mirroring software. I used to go through the internet, essentially, to record the gameplay. Now the problem with that is when you've got a really high quality game, it can lag. And it's not actually the gameplay which is lagging. It doesn't actually lag on the device you're recording on, but it does lag on the recording itself. So what you see will be lagging. So that is why I've now gone for a video card adapter, and it has allowed me to basically do it through a cable. So you get a nice smooth, at least as smooth as it can be, recordings. So this is hopefully a much higher quality picture than in my first video. Okay, so here we are. I'm going to keep the minimap open throughout this. This is the grain storage. Okay, so as you can see, grain storage at the top there. We're then going to move on to Lakeside Hill, Wool and Yarn. And then we're probably going to go back across that central road and head up to the sheep pasture before we go south. Okay, right, so without any further ado, let us continue. I'm going to be driving as steady as I can do, but at the same time I will try and look around. I think I will just zoom out a bit. Okay, so this isn't really about the tractor as such. This isn't any kind of garage tour or anything. This is about the map itself, because I know that quite a few people have been interested in seeing what the map is like, and I didn't really want to do my first look tour of the map in my first look video. I know I did do one, but I knew that I was going to be getting this iPad from Giants, so I thought it would be better to wait. Okay, so there is the sign, Lakeside Hill, Wool and Yarn. You can now head down here, and by the way, I'm actually steering this tractor by tilting the screen. As mentioned, I am looking into getting a Bluetooth controller so that I can make my driving a bit better. So there we go. I think the sign says it all. Right, okay. So we're just going to loop around here. There's a very nice lake just here, as you can see. Blue Lake Valley. I will try and look around as much as possible. It's just I know what's going to happen. I will crash. Right. Good. So I have just bought this tractor. This is purely for the tour. I was going to start from scratch. I will be starting from scratch when I do my Let's Play. But as you can see, we have two fields up in this northern section. They're quite big fields. We can buy them. Let's just see what the price is. Let's just see. Okay, so this one is $441,672. Let's head south, and I will stop at the stop sign. At least I'll attempt to. I will attempt to stop at the stop sign. There we go. I've stopped. We can now continue. So, yes, I do have a tractor. This is one of my tractors. Just casually sitting there in the road. But when I do start the Let's Play, we will be starting from scratch, like I say, and I might be changing the tractors that we have. I don't know if we'll start completely from scratch. I'm sort of debating what to do. But to the right hand side, you can't really see from here, we do have our first three fields. Right, so on the left hand side, this is Carter's Car Services, which is actually the dealership. if you ever buy any machinery, this is where it will appear. So we've got farm machines, we've got a car wash, or wash car, and we also have over there Carter's car service. So yeah, like I say, if you buy a new machine, an implement or a tractor, this is where it will appear. We then have some fuel pumps. If you want to get some diesel, you can do. You can buy it from here. It isn't just for show. Right, so continuing on, if we go to the end of this road, we are going to come across a sell point and also a sheep farm, sheep pasture. So yeah, it's just at the end of here. Before I do get to the end though, let's just take a look at this place. We have hillside horses. So yeah, the place to do any kind of horse work if you want to. I'm just going to try and pan around a bit slower if I can do, just so you can fully appreciate the map, because what I don't want to do is sort of rush through it and make you think, ooh, well, it was nice to see the map, but shame we couldn't see it in a bit more detail if you could have just done it a bit slower. So yeah, I would be as slow as possible. Right, okay, so this is the sell point I was talking about. I have actually already sold at this place in my first video. Let's just see here. Right, West Hill Grain Mill. This is the grain mill just here. Okay, so if we go on the road, just behind here, there's a road just over here. It does take us over to the sheep pasture. The sheep pasture is just up here on the right hand side. I think I will keep showing you the minimap. Okay, so yeah, the sheep farm is there. I'll just go to it very quickly. I think actually this is quite a good opportunity for me to show you the tractor. Okay, so there we go. As you can see, I've zoomed in, and we do have first person. So although this is actually a map tour, I will just show the interior view. Okay, so it gives you an idea of the level of detail here. Right, so yeah, let us continue. Before we do, I must just show you the minimap once again. We've covered the top area, but now we have the lower area. The lower area is actually much larger. There is more to see down here. So hopefully it's not going to go dark. I've just come down the side of the field here, and I have noticed there is a track which leads through here. Now, it's quite an interesting way. It seems to be... It is a designated track, but it's sort of through a destroyed fence, which is interesting. And it does bring us to the BGA itself. So here it is. Let's just go into here. So you can bring the chaff to here for fermentation. Looks like we do have digestate, and that is the anaerobic digester. So that is the BGA. Right, so continuing on, unfortunately it's starting to go dark, so that is going to make it a little bit more tricky for me to do the tour, but we can just head down here. And we do have the pig farm. This is the pig farm just here. So we'll take a quick look. Obviously I'm sort of rushed for time now because we do have the darkness approaching, and it is going dark fairly quickly. I don't know how dark it's actually going to look in the final recording, because what I have noticed is whenever I'm playing on an iPad or a phone, it seems much darker than whenever I record, so it might actually not look too bad for you, but we will see. Because currently, for me, this looks incredibly dark, but I can actually see the output, the recording, and it doesn't look too bad at all. Right, so this is pretty much as far south as we can go. This is the southern point. Just wondering when the headlights are going to come on the tractor. You can see we've got all these fields to the right hand side of us. And looks like there might actually be a place of interest here, which I am going to take a look at. Headlights, yes, we have some lights. Yeah, it's like a little dock, I suppose. Little place where boats can moor up. Like a boathouse. So, heading back onto the road, we'll just go over here. And my plan is, now that we've done the southern section, I'm hoping to do the middle section, because that's just the way I do stuff. You know, I start at the top, I go to the bottom, and I finish with the middle. How unusual. Okay, right, so, obviously, self-explanatory fields all around us, for anybody who is interested. I think probably if we go left now, I do apologise for the darkness. It's not the ideal lighting to be doing a first look tour, but hopefully it is still visible. Hopefully you can still see. Okay, so this is Bio Flakes. Drake's Bio Flakes. We just open the map up. Drake's Bio Flakes. If we just take a look here, you can see the Drake's Bio Flakes is actually, basically, they just buy everything. It seems that they can buy pretty much anything available. They won't take cotton, they won't take wool, but they'll take everything else. So it's just a fairly good all-round place. Right, let's just pop that mini-map out again. You can see the place just here. Quite a large establishment. And I think it probably would be better if we can complete this in the daylight. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, well, I've just been waiting for a little while, and it can't be far off being light. I've been waiting for about 10 minutes or so, and you can see that the morning is almost here. So that is a good sign. So let's just... I think the best thing to do is just to turn around. We'll leave here. Back out the way we came. And then we can start to head north. Right, so if I turn left here, you can see we've got some fields with some crops in. Now this next place here has actually got that little monument statue of a cow, which is you know, it's quite an icon now in Farming Simulator. I think the first one it was in was FS09. Anyway, yeah, let's just go onto the map again. We can see what this is actually labelled as. This is the barn, so it's a sell point, and also Larry's Livestock, so you can actually buy and sell the livestock just here. It's all marked with the icons on the ground. So every icon you can see is an animal that you can buy. You can buy horses in FS20. There's also pigs, sheep and cows. And then, yes, of course, over there you've got another icon for water, the water tower. So that's actually quite a nice view, especially with the sunflowers. Sunflower field just over here. Anyway, yeah, let's once again keep moving. That is my goal. We must keep moving. I don't think we need to go... Oops, we don't need to go over to the left anymore. Over to the east. We have been here before, but only on the other side. These are the 3 fields I mentioned. 3 fields which you might want to start off with. And this is a road, a little farm track, which goes up to the yard. Now, in the first sort of tutorial, you are harvesting a field, and you also do drill. So that's the field which you harvest. There is the combine just over there. And also you can cultivate this field, and I think there's another field, number 3 possibly, which you would actually drill. So that's what it would get to do. That's what you get to do in the tutorial. Okay, so the yard, you can see every little silo is marked with a symbol, whether it's fertilizer or seed or whatever it is. Everything has got an icon to help you. So we've also got manure, slurry. This is the cow area, by the way. This is the cow farm, and it's also telling you where you can put the feed. So cow feed marked just there. Straw as well. Feed and straw. Also, just give you the great demand notifications. Drake's Bio Flakes. That's where we've got a notification. So anyway, once again, we'll go onto the map. Cow pasture. We've also got the silo. You can see the places north of here we've already been to. We've also been to the horse paddock and biogas. So obviously we have pretty much now covered everywhere. As you can see, we have been everywhere. Just a very generic overview. But I'm just bringing you back to the bottom of the very twisty, turny track, as you can see on the minimap. It's interesting. It does. You're going back on yourself many times, many hairpin bends. It is, I think, the best way of looking at this. A good way of practicing your steering on a mobile device. It does help. And I think actually the other thing which should be noticed here is for a mobile game to have the hills, a farming simulator mobile game, that is something different. So yeah, as you can see, some fairly challenging driving here. The little voucher is working hard. So this pretty much does bring me to the end of this very brief tour of Blue Lake Valley for FS20. But I just thought it did need to be done because I couldn't really just start a Let's Play without properly showing you the map. I think it would just be quite confusing because you've always got to know the map so you know where to go for things. And obviously we do have the help of the minimap, but even so, a bit of knowledge in your head is always very handy because, let's be honest, always referring to the minimap can get a little bit frustrating. I just saw something. There is something over here. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to take a look. I don't know. Let's just go in first person view. Oops. That's... well, obviously it's belt driven off an engine. I don't know if it's for oil or something. Oil extraction, I really don't know. But even so, I'm quite amazed to see it. Right. Well, it's not really marked on the map, but nonetheless, it is there. Let's just see if I can get a better view. It's trying to zoom back into the tractor, but there we go. So yeah, some kind of old stationary engine driving what looks to be some form of pump. So there we go, a little bit of a map feature. So that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I don't think there's anything I've missed. I hope I haven't, but otherwise, if I have, I can cover it in the first Let's Play video. Until next time, thank you for watching, thank you to Giants, and see you again soon. Bye for now.